Welcome back to the Retro Review series, and in this episode, we're looking at a game I used to play as a kid quite a bit, Virtual Bart. I remember playing this game quite a bit on the Sega Genesis, and now that I have some free time, why not revisit this game to see if it holds up today? Let's get into it. So when it comes to The Simpsons, there's no secret that this is an iconic franchise. I mean, of course you have the TV series, you have the movies, the endless amounts of merchandise, theme park attractions, and of course the video games, and that's where I come in. I remember playing games like Road Rage and Hit and Run on the PS2, but also playing Virtual Bart on the Sega Genesis, so let's take a look at that. Virtual Bart was released on the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis back in 1994. The game is essentially a collection of small mini-games that are selected at random. These games pretty much cover different genres like platforming, racing, and hit the target. These games are selected at random, and the goal is to be successful at these games so Bart can escape this virtual world. So first off, this game's plot is pretty much non-existing. Bart goes to a science fair, and this is where he discovers this machine. The machine malfunctioned, and now it's up to Bart to clear these mini games to progress and escape his virtual world that he's stuck in. Now, let's talk about the main attraction, the games, because I'm not a fan. First up, you have Dino Bart, which is essentially a 2D platformer which has some horrible damage output, and I find it impossible to climb these walls with these boulders falling down. It's just annoying. The next game is Baby Bart, which has you controlling Bart who is jumping from tree to tree. This game is actually pretty fun, but I can only get so far until I send Baby Bart flying face first. The next game is Pig Bart, which is probably my least favorite in the collection. This game kind of reminds me of Flicky because you have to go around and free these pigs from these prisons. I don't like this one because after a while you tend to lose your sense of direction. So after a while, I just exit this game altogether. Class Picture is actually my favorite game in the collection so far. You pretty much have to line your shot up perfectly and blast your fellow classmates with a tomato, which is super satisfying by the way. Mount Splashmore has you go down this water slide, and trust me, this is completely luck based from what I can tell. But last and not least, Doomsday Bart, which is kind of like Outrun. You have to reach the power plant while getting these time extensions along the way. It's pretty fun. Overall, Virtual Bart. I can see how some people had fun with this when it first came out, but playing it today, I'm not a fan. The games are not designed for you to win necessarily, and I also hate the fact the games are randomized, but you do have a practice mode, which is essentially free play, which will allow you to play the games in any order that you like. Again, I thank you all for tuning into the Retro Review series, and I will see you next time.